Library of Heaven's Path. Chapter 54. Hongjian Pearl Fruit. Who is this? The sole son of the number one authoritative subject of Tianshuan Kingdom, Zhenan Wang. For him to be crying Zhang Xuan as his grandpa. Surely I am hearing things. Uncle Cheng only feels his vision blurring before him and almost loses consciousness. I just stepped away for a moment to grab a strength measuring rock pillar. What happened? Can anyone enlighten me? Cough cough. All right. Little brother Zhang Xuan, there are plenty of opportunities for the both of you to spar in the future. Bai Xuan is injured and needs to regulate his cultivation for a while. Anyway, since the strength measuring rock pillar is already here, I think it would be best for you to try out your strength first. Sensing the awkwardness of the situation, Master Lu Chen quickly steps in. All right. Seeing that Bai Xuan is unwilling to spar, Zhang Xuan shakes his head in disappointment. He looks at the strength measuring rock pillar which is just inserted into a crevice on the ground and walks over to it. With a slight smile, he says, actually, I have tested my strength yesterday and it was about 4 ding or so. There probably won't much of a difference testing it today. It was just this morning that he had beaten Yao Han into a pig head. Before that, he had tested his strength and had ascertained it to be 8 ding. He had been busy the entire day. Furthermore, without a cultivation technique for him to cultivate, not a single one of his acupoints have been broken through yet. Thus, there shouldn't be a rise in his strength. Although he has cultivated the Heaven's Path golden body, in Zhang Xuan's opinion, even if there was an improvement with his physical body, it can't possibly rival up to the significance of Zhenqi in determining one's might. As for why he said that his strength is 4 ding, it is because this is the standard strength a Dingli realm pinnacle would possess. He doesn't want to reveal too much of his secrets. At worst, he just has to hold back half of his strength when testing it later on. Since the pillar has been brought here, give it a try. Master Lu Chen says. All right. Zhang Xuan smiles as he accepts the offer. With the intention to only use half of his strength, his fist flies towards the rock pillar before him. His fist propels forward as though a lightning strike and the shock wave of his fist causes the wind to rustle. Pung. Light shines from the pillar and figures start to slowly appear on it. Look, as I said, 4 ding. Seeing the figures that had floated onto the surface of the pillar, Zhang Xuan waves his hands and turns around to look at the others with a smile. However, before he could finish his words, he sees Bai Xuan, Huang Yu, Master Lu Chen and Uncle Cheng look at him as though he is a monster. Every single one of their eyes are almost popping out of their sockets. What's the matter? Zhang Xuan frowns. He lowers his head to look at himself. There shouldn't be anything off about him though. Look at the strength measuring rock pillar again. Huang Yu says in agitation. What is wrong with the strength measuring rock pillar? Isn't it just 4 ding? Do you all have to be so shocked? Turning around to take a look, Zhang Xuan's body staggers and he almost falls to the floor. Unsure of when it happened, but the number 9 had appeared behind the number 4 that he saw previously. Putting it together, 49. The fist that I just threw had the strength of 49 ding. Zhang Xuan is also astonished. When he tested it this morning, he only had 8 ding of strength. Furthermore, he intentionally restrained half of his strength when striking on the rock pillar, so how could he had possibly reached a might of 49 ding? Doesn't this mean that if he didn't contain his strength, his fist could hold a might of almost 100 ding behind it? A fighter 5 Dan Dingli realm pinnacle possesses 4 ding of strength while the strength of a Pishui realm pinnacle expert wouldn't exceed 80 ding. To be capable of hitting 100 ding with his fist, doesn't this mean that his strength is equal to a fighter 6 Dan Pishui realm expert, surpassing the latter even? This. Could it be that the strength measuring rock pillar is malfunctioning? A thought flashes through his mind and Zhang Xuan can't resist raising his doubt. The rock pillar isn't malfunctioning. Didn't you achieve a breakthrough in the study previously? It caused your strength to soar. Furthermore, you have yet to adapt to your newfound strength. That's why you thrashed Bai Xuan so overwhelmingly. Seeing his thoughts being verified, Master Lu Chen explains. Initially, he wanted to say that he himself was beaten into a pulp by Zhang Xuan, but he stopped at the crucial point. After all, no matter what, he is still a master and has to consider his reputation. A breakthrough. An inflation from 4 ding to 49 ding. It can't be that you broke through 45 acupoints at once. It is one thing to not hear his explanation, but the moment they hear it, Bai Xuan and Huang Yu almost faint on the spot. Surely you are jesting. At Fighter 6 Dan Pishui realm, one opens up his acupoints to raise one's cultivation. For every acupoint opened, one will gain 1 ding of strength. It is said that there are a total of 108 acupoints in the human body. However, only 72 of which can be opened. Furthermore, there is a specific order to opening these acupoints. Due to the difference in physique for every individual, they require a different sequence in breaking through them to achieve the optimal effect. If one fails to find the ideal sequence, they could possibly only end up opening 30 to 40 acupoints in their life and find themselves unable to advance forward. Normally, one breaks through them one by one, and one's strength will increase slowly 1 ding at a time. For Zhang Xuan's strength to increase by 45 ding in an instant. Dude, you are about to bash through the heavens. It is not that I have never seen people breaking through, but I have never seen someone break through in such a way. Actually, it isn't just the others who are giddy and in a state of disbelief, even Zhang Xuan himself doesn't know what is going on. Was such a massive improvement induced just from cultivating Heaven's Path Golden Body, allowing his strength to increase by 90 ding instantaneously? Normally, when he casually sent Master Lu Chen flying and defeated Bai Xuan, he should have understood how much of an improvement he had made and how much his strength had grown by, and not be as ignorant as he is now. However, as a transcender and someone who has just started cultivating 2 days ago, it is already incredible that he is able to control his cultivation to exert the correct amount of strength. Going into the specifics to control his strength, so as to manipulate it as he pleases, is simply expecting too much of him. This is just like an ordinary person who is suddenly granted superhuman strength. He wouldn't be able to get used to it initially, and, perhaps, might even feel slightly lost about the matter. This is exactly the situation that is occurring with Zhang Xuan. Initially, he only possessed 8 ding of strength. However, it suddenly increased by 90 ding, an increment of more than tenfold. Furthermore, as this increment originates from his physical body, it is undetectable. Rather, it would be weird if he knew it in advance. It is already a blessing for him to not have reduced Bai Xuan into a lump of meat. Little brother Zhang, you can't possibly have opened 45 acupoints just now. Seeing him in a daze, Master Lu Chen asks slowly. It is unheard of to open 45 acupoints in an instant, but if that isn't the case, where could have the sudden boost of strength possibly came from? I am still Dingli Realm Pinnacle. My cultivation has yet to advance, just that, my physical body grew stronger by a bit. Zhang Xuan says. Physical body. Master Lu Chen is astounded, not daring to believe what he has just heard. I have heard that there are some treasures in the world that allow one's physical body to rival steel when consumed, giving one the strength equivalent to a Pishui realm pinnacle. Could it be that it is possible to reach such a level through cultivating one's physical body as well? Heng, I seem to have eaten some unidentifiable fruit today. Initially, I felt my body heat up after eating it, but I didn't pay much heed to it. Perhaps that could be the reason for the sudden increase in the strength of my physical body. Zhang Xuan says. As a member of modern civilization, he understands the logic that possessing a treasure beyond one's ability will attract calamity. If he were to acknowledge that he has reached such a level through cultivation, innumerable people might go red-eyed and try to extort him of his cultivation technique. Perhaps, some might even kidnap him to research on. Since Master Lu Chen had mentioned that there are some treasures that can induce a massive enhancement in one's physical body, he decided to go along with it. Fate. This is truly fate. Master Lu Chen doesn't doubt Zhang Xuan's words at all. Actually, it isn't that he isn't doubtful, but even if he is, he has no choice but to believe Zhang Xuan's words. For one's physical strength to increase by a few dozen ding through 2 hours of cultivation. Isn't this daydreaming? It is as laughable as trying to get a male to bear children. Rather than believing that nonsense, it is more probable that he might have consumed some treasure. May I know the appearance of the fruit that little brother ate? Master Lu Chen continues asking. Appearance. Zhang Xuan scratches his head. He was spouting nonsense, so how could he have possibly known how it would look like? However, since they have already gotten to this point, keeping silent would seem much more suspicious instead. Thus, he replies, it is a red-colored fruit. Previously, when he was flipping through the books in the Academy's Compendium Pavilion, he recalls seeing a record of a fruit similar to what Lu Chen has just described. The book is an epic of a person's travels, and a character in it had eaten a red-colored fruit and had his strength raised massively. At this moment, he could only blindly try his luck. Red-colored. Could it be crimson-colored? Indeed, it is that thing. Master Lu Chen seems to have thought of something and his breathing hastens. Master knows of it. It is the Hongjian pearl fruit. Legend has it that consuming it will allow one's physical body to soar rapidly, granting one the strength that even a Pishui realm pinnacle expert is unable to withstand. Master Lu Chen says excitedly. Hongjian pearl fruit. Zhang Xuan says with a bizarre look on his face. Could it be that such a thing really exists? If you find any errors, please let us know in the comments below so we can fix it as soon as possible. Also, like and subscribe to our channel to get notified of the latest chapter release.